a big area that I'm having trouble with is reading comp, and it's one of I was a political science major, so I thought, okay, I'm like used to reading a bunch of like dense texts and things like that. But I think reading comp always throws me off because I try to read for every detail. Um, and then like obviously every detail doesn't stay. And so I feel like I don't one of my things there is like I'm not maximizing or using up all my time properly. And it's like I know I could if I just like read for like structure, which is what a bunch of strategies say, I could tackle all the questions more effectively. But it's one of the things that I once I read a topic, I'm like, okay, I just naturally like want to like conquer the material. But it's definitely slowing me down as I'm on like practicing and taking the test.
Yeah, well, it is certainly about reading for structure rather than for details. What that looks like in practice is that anytime you see evidence or examples or supporting details or lists of things, you could essentially skip those. You should still know where they are so that you can
Mhm.
go back and find them when you need them. But in the moment as you're reading, I would speed up for those portions. And then when you see any articulations of conclusions, theories, or hypotheses, essentially the author's opinion, that's where you want to slow down. And if nothing else, when you're done, you want to walk away with the author's opinion and the main idea. And that will usually knock out at least a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
And for every passage, there is at least some point where they articulate that. And so, as an exercise, you could go through several passages and just highlight for yourself what is that main point? Where did it appear? Which specific lines?
Okay.
But you don't have to absorb all the details. You can go back
Yeah.
for those particular questions when you need to. But I would aim to, in 2.5 to 3 minutes, walk away with the main idea and then knowing where those other things are so that you can find them when you need them.
Yeah.
Treat reading comprehension like a big logical reasoning stimulus or
Okay.
several big logical reasoning stimuli. That's all it is, really. But you're looking for all the same things, evidence and conclusion. But in this case, conclusion is the viewpoints presented, and there could be multiple, of course, and then the evidence, which are all those details and supporting examples.
Yeah, I'll try thinking about it like that.
Yeah, and that's what the questions are
Yeah.
geared for, too. They're not geared specifically or solely for all the details. They really are focused more on the big picture. There's general questions where the author's opinion will get you most of the way there. Then there's the local ones, which are the detail-oriented ones, but they often have some sort of reference back to the passage. And in the paper LSAT, they give you line references. On the digital LSAT, they'll highlight the key phrase in both the question stem and the passage. And then finally, you'll have those more inferential questions that require reading between the lines, but those are also a bit more general in nature as well. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.